Hello, YouTube. Okay, I'm back. I had to start this over yet again because my husband keeps calling me. Anywho, I digress. If anybody's married, you know what, wives, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Like, for real. So, let me start here. This is Coco 929. I wanted to go here. I wanted to first thank Lolo for allowing me to grace her place with my face. I was searching YouTube land and I saw that Lolo Boulevard was lit up yesterday. So I went over to see because I've never caught her live and I was highly impressed. You look at a person, you never know what they've been through until they begin to tell their story. And Lolo is always someone who smiles a lot and likes to laugh. She's full of joy. She loves life. And I love people like that. I really do. So I thank her again for just allowing me, like I said, to uh, just come on and just talk. Tell some of the things I've been through. Speaking of that, I wanted to go here because when you know better, you do better. And as you get older, you're supposed to become more mature. And I like to think that I think things differently than how I used to when I was younger. And it's not that I thought things differently, it's just that I had to play the hand that I was dealt until I learned how to change the situation. So I'm going to take you on a ride. Let's go to the eagle. The female eagle is a very fascinating bird. The female eagle, when a mate wants to betroth her, or to choose her for marriage, or to consummate, he has to go through a test with the female eagle. The female eagle, what she does is she scoops down, she picks up a twig, okay, a small little stick, and she goes high up in the air, and she drops the stick without any warning. And the male eagle has to be able to catch the stick. And if he can catch that, then she moves to the next test. She goes and she picks up a bigger stick, and she goes high up in the air, and she drops it. If he catches that one, she goes to the next test. The next test is a branch, a big branch, and she takes it high up in the air. And she goes, and then she drops it. And when she drops it, he has to be able to catch a branch, okay? And if he does that, then the female eagle selects him to be her other half. Okay? Now, that's fascinating because a bird has more intellect in some sense to pick a mate than some women and some men. In other words, the female eagle says, if you can catch a twig, a stick, a twig, and a branch, then you can catch me or any of my babies in case they fall out the nest. See, she wants to make sure that he can carry more than her weight if anything happened. She wants to make sure that he's fast enough and strong enough to protect the family to catch the bird if the baby eagle falls. She doesn't have to worry about the baby eagle dying because he's strong enough to go through storms, to go through anything that he has to make sure that his family is taken care of and to catch the eagle, the baby eagle. And see, here's the thing about an eagle. An eagle has the ability, the stamina, and the strength to soar through a storm and to fly above a storm. That's why the eagle is the strongest bird that is around because it has that ability and it knows which one to do. Sometimes it flies through it, sometimes it goes above it. And we can learn a lot from that because there are storms that happen in our life all the time. And we can decide to cower up under it, or we can face the storm and say, you know what, I'm going to walk through this because on the other side of the storm, it's perfect weather. It's the sun. It's the sunshine. It's my new beginning, my shall be. Or I can climb above my storm and say, you know what, you beneath me, and I'm gonna keep focused, and I'm gonna step on you because the stuff that you're doing is way beneath me. And in order for me to deal with this, I have to come down and look down, which makes me lose altitude. Come on now. Even when we talk about a mate, you have to be able to pick a mate that you can grow with. A lot of times men pick women who look good at that moment. And a lot of time women pick men who has big feet, biceps, We pick them on. It's so superficial. It's ridiculous. But that's how we pick them. We don't take the time to make sure they can catch us if we fall. Come on now. We don't make sure that if a storm happens, they can soar through the storm, or they can go above the storm. Meaning, like, you're not going to cry and fold up because a bill is due and you ain't going to know what to do. I bet bills are due and you take your money and go gamble. Or you take your money to the strip club and we sitting here and we ain't got no lights. Or the baby needs formula and we ain't got no formula. We ain't got no formula because, you called in 6 days last week because, you just didn't feel like getting up. And so, or either I'm working and you staying at home, doing absolutely nothing. I come home and the house still dirty, no food's cooked, nothing. See, we don't take the time to evaluate the situation or the person who's interested in us. We just feel great to be chosen. And see, I watch things. I listen to what a person says and then I watch their actions. So you can't tell me I'm the best thing that ever happened to you, but then you treat me like I'm the worst. You can't tell me that you trust me, but then when I go to speak into your life about us, you shut me down. See what I'm saying? That don't work that way. And then here's another thing. The Bible says, he, catch that, H-E, that finds a good thing, finds, I'm sorry, hold on. He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. If you want to have favor, you must first find a wife. Not a woman, not a girl. It said wife, meaning she's already a wife in the way she takes care of her business. Wife is a state of being. Okay? Men, when you're looking for a wife, you can't look for a hoe. I'm sorry. And it's going to make some people mad because they don't like this type of teaching. But you can't. Because a person's going to revert back to who they are. If they have not changed and grew up and realized that, you can't take girl behavior into adulthood, there's nothing worse than having a 40, 50-year-old woman that acts like she's 15 to 20. You should be able to trust her with the bill money. You should be able to trust her with your heart. Samson trusted the wrong woman. He trusted Delilah. And he didn't understand because he was captivated by her beauty. I'm going somewhere. He was captivated by her beauty. So Samson, Delilah kept saying, tell me where your strength lies. And he told her he told her two lies the first time. The first two times. The third time, he told her where his strength lies. And he laid his head in her lap. Okay, I'm going to pause. Now, the first two times was a test, and she failed the test. He should have walked on away. But he was captivated by her beauty. Does that sound familiar, men? You know the woman ain't no good for you, but because she look good and she might do that thing you like, you captivated. But she can't cook, she can't clean, she don't know how do no bills, she can't carry a conversation. Everything she wear is hip hopish. She cuss all the time. Can't pray a headache away from you. Can't speak into your life to let you know you're the king that you are. You understand what I'm saying? You understand where I'm going with this? Okay, so anyway, and then Samson laid his head in Delilah's lap. And after he told her his secret. How many times have you trusted somebody, the person you thought was going to be there for you forever with your secret, and they only wanted to hear it so that they can have one up on you? So imagine his surprise, which I don't know why he was surprised because she failed the first two tests. So imagine his surprise when he sat up and he went to shake his locks and there was none. Because her beauty killed him. All because of her beauty. She was sent to destroy his life. A lot of times, women and men, listen, there are men or women that come to destroy. And then there's women or men that come to restore. Some men come to destroy, some men come to restore. Which one is coming for you? Women, I talk to a lot of women who want to be married. That's how, oh, I want me a husband, I want this. But are you wife material? Are you a wife in your heart, your mind, and in your spirit? Do you handle yourself accordingly? If you do, then what you do is you become that you want. You want a man who will pay all the bills, then you find yourself, you be found paying all your bills. You want a man that's faithful, you be found faithful. You want a man that can cook, you be found cooking. You become that what you want. When you become what you want, it'll attract to you. But you can't be somebody who don't know how to pay bills, don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean. You nasty, you can't talk, and all this other stuff talking about you want. I want a man who pay all my bills, who can cater to me, and all this. Where he gonna take you at the club? Cause any respectable man that has a business head and a great job, they have functions at work in different places. He would be embarrassed to have you on his arm. Yeah, you would probably look better than most of the wives there, but you don't have no intellect. You can't carry on the conversation. You don't know what dress to wear at a formal. You don't know what fork to pick up. You don't know what you eat first. You don't know how to sip your wine and not slurp it. See, so whatever you looking for, you have to become that what you're looking for to attract it to you. You want a doctor? I want to marry me a doctor. Well, if you want a doctor, carry yourself accordingly. And remember, it says he that find it, not you that go looketh. I ain't never seen a bunch of women that run. I guess this is new age dumb. That's what I call it, the new age dumb. So I don't know, I don't understand it. So I think it is. But it's the new age dumb that these women are running behind these men, and they propose to these men on their knee and stuff. I'm like, this is so out of order. And then we wonder why everything, okay, so in the natural, so in the spirit. We wonder why everything is out of order. The weather's out of order. The weather has been crazy. I mean, everything's out of order. You know why? We out of order. I don't have no problem with submitting. That's not a cuss word to me. If the man can lead, I can submit. And a lot of women, I don't want to submit. Well, see, that's what's wrong. That's exactly what's wrong. So, I'm just here to talk about that. Eagles shouldn't have more sense than we do when it comes to picking a mate. When it comes to accepting the correct mate. You understand? So, just wanted to say that. And just come on and just let everybody know I'm here. Thank you, Lolo. If we do those 1, 2, 3 steps, we probably would keep ourselves from going through a lot of unnecessary stress, hurt, and being unequally yoked. Because there is a way that you can be unequally yoked. You understand? Sex can only hold you together for so long. You're going to have to live outside the bed every now and then. You got to work, you got to eat, you got to, whatever the case may be. So, you can't live your life in the bed. And eventually those big thighs will become saggy thighs. You get it? And eventually, man, that rock solid hard one that you got, you won't be able to get that thing up. So you got to start thinking ahead of time. All right. That's it. Because I got a lot of activity now in my house. So just wanted to tell y'all that. This is your girl. Smooches.